Mystery solved. Over the last few days, I've been pondering the canal system, and finally, I just decided to Google it. Hadn't thought of that one. As I told you before, I spoke with the Salt River Project guy, and he told me that the north sides of the canals were the city of Phoenix, and the south sides were Salt River Project, and that's why all the upgrades were on the north sides of the canal. So that's why I'm never going to get a nice upgrade on my side of the canal. But at least it will be coming. It is coming to my, and he speculated about bike path impact and stuff, but that's not true. Okay, you can go to URL grandcanalscape.com, which is the project to do the Grand Canal, which is the canal just half a kilometer from me. There's another canal north of that, about, and again, they don't follow a logical, well, it doesn't seem logical path, but I suppose there's a reason for them. Actually, many of them are laid along the lines of the ancient Hohokam canals that were here centuries ago, but they are new constructions, but many of them along those paths. So that may explain why they go around town. But the nearest access point to the the Arizona Canal for me is 5.5 miles north of here, and it's been done. Apparently, it's complete, and I don't know, it's 30 plus miles or something of parks and sidewalks and stuff. And of course, that's, not good enough. I want my canal, which is the Grand Canal, to be done up. Now, just to give you a little background, it's all the Salt River Project, because there is the Salt River, which passes through Phoenix, and it passes kind of between the border of Tempe and Scottsdale, and I'm not sure where it passes along. I think along the northern boundary of Mesa as well. But anyway, that's all been dammed up years and years ago by the Salt River Project. It generates electricity, and it generates irrigation. They control the floods and things like that. That's what the Salt River Project is. And so the water originates, from the Salt River, but roughly in Tempe, which is over near the airport here in Phoenix, and kind of nearish to my old office, and then the water comes out. So the water is flowing from there, which is behind me right now, along this way, and then out west. Okay, so for background. There are places where things were done that are unfortunate mistakes. For example, when they put in the Squaw Peak Parkway a few years ago, it crossed over a canal, crossed over the Grand Canal, in fact. And at the time they said, this is a shame. So they built a underpass for the bike path to go through there, which is great. But many, 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 many years before that, it passed under the I-17 freeway, just over here, almost within sight, but not quite. And they didn't build one. So you can go along the Grand Canal until you hit the freeway, and then you literally hit the freeway, and there is no way to cross. So that's a dead end. The canal continues on the other side, and if you live on the other side of the freeway, well, then you can drive the canal out, I don't know, 100th Avenue or something, quite a ways. That would be another 10 miles, maybe. But unfortunately, that's apparently not in the cards. Working on that is not in the cards. And that's a much more, let's call it blue-collar part of town. At least on that side of the freeway, and in this industrial, the railroad tracks are down there. It's not great. So maybe you wouldn't necessarily want to be riding your bike through there. I'm not sure. So there is the freeway it meets up down south of Indian School Road, and it comes north, crosses Indian School Road, then turns, crosses 19th Avenue. So Indian School, 19th Avenue, it comes up like this. It goes up and around, goes a ways, and then it cuts back down, goes under the Squaw Peak Parkway, which is another north-south freeway, and continues south, south towards Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, the Pueblo Grande Native American ruins, and ultimately, if you could follow it, if it didn't break up, and maybe they're going to fix it, you could make it into Tempe, to Tempe Town Lake, which is a dammed up portion of the Salt River, and that's also where they pump it out. So you could get a long way. But they are going to take everything from I-17 to as far as they can go, that direction without, I don't know, something. And some of it had already been done. They chose to do phase 1 to be the middle section. The middle section starts at 15th Avenue. This is where I'm complaining about. The difference between 15 on the east side and 15 on the west side. They seem to be doing nothing on the west side, and they've done everything on the other side, and they've gone all the way across, with a couple minor exceptions, which I'm guessing are probably logistical. And now they seem to be starting not only on the other side of 19th Avenue, so skipping 15th and 19th. You've heard this all before. I may cut some of this out. They are going all the way to I-17, the freeway. That is the plan. And if you check out that website, you can see. But what they've done is they've broken it in phases. And phase 1 is from 15th to, I think, 16th Street, 15th Avenue to 16th Street. And phase 2 is from I-17 to 15th Avenue. Now, you know, basically we're talking about here, and then we're talking about here. But they're talking going this way. So mine will be the last to be done in phase 2. So that's why they are working on the other side. It's because they are working, but it's all supposed to be done by spring of 2019, so that's not that far away. But there's the mystery. You can go to the grandcanalscape.com and you can take a look at some of conceptual artwork, and you can look at closures if you care, and things like that, of what they're planning to do in the history of the canals and whatnot. But mystery solved. They're gonna do it. They just don't. In fact, I put up a piece of conceptual art earlier in this video, and I'm pretty darn sure, and I'm going to verify that today, because you kind of forget where you see things. I pass that spot all the time on my walks. I mean, there's a house in the distance. You're like, I know exactly where that is, except I don't know exactly where it is because I pass it all the time, and it's in my head, but I couldn't place it. But I think that is on this side, so it's on my segment of the road. Pretty sure. So anyway, I'm gonna go check that out today, just to satisfy my curiosity.